What's going on, guys? This is helmet cam footage from the third round of the Torn series at Crafton Pro Class, and we're about to get off to the start. I'm starting in first gear, by the way, because that's just what works best, although you wouldn't be able to tell by how crappy that was. There I looked over just to make sure I could cut over, and here I try to square this guy up, but it doesn't work out too well. And here I'm just kind of squaring up these turns for whatever reason, hoping that he makes a mistake. Slightly dusty. And this turn was really awkward all race, all weekend, really. First lap we take this berm, but every lap after that we go through the scoring chute. Track is very rough, as you can probably tell, very dusty, and the dirt is kind of, sometimes it's very like blue groove hardpack and sometimes it's pretty deep sand. So here's a little rhythm section that in practice I went like roll, double, triple, which was fast, but it really wasn't that much faster, and there's no reason to do it in the race because it was really sketchy actually. And you'll see next lap when I come through the rhythm section, there's a little bit of an extra obstacle. This is really sketchy when you're going wide open and you can't see, but that wasn't too bad. I could see somewhat there. This part of the track was rock hard blue groove, as you can tell. I was pretty angry with my last place start, trying to make up for it, but when you've got all that dust, it's hard to keep up. Still not an excuse, because other people were doing it just fine. I make up a little bit of time here in the woods. My bike is geared pretty high, so I'm pretty much able to go first gear through all the woods. This section was awkward, especially this off-camber section right here. There were some inside lines there, but they weren't really any faster. Like you had to just turn so sharp when you got to the end that it didn't make any sense. There I was kind of making that one straight line, and you kind of dodged a little bit of the bumps going into that right-hander. This section, everyone was going outside around the trees. I didn't really realize it on the first lap, because I was too far behind. And this is the end of the first lap. Starting the second lap. I'm not going to talk for this whole video, and I'm not going to be able to fill that much time with my boring nonsense. There's my mom giving me the pit board. And here's me almost losing the front end, goon out. Okay, so here, coming into the rhythm section, I'm looking ahead, thankfully. I see there's about 6 guys in the middle of the rhythm section. And that guy just didn't care at all. He's just standing there like, what? I understand they wanted to help the downrider, but you don't need 6 people on the track. And at least, you know, a couple of them got off, but the other guy just kind of stood there. So, the guy on the left. But luckily I didn't hit anybody, and also luckily I was looking ahead. This wood section was pretty fun. There were some good little berms, flowed pretty well. I don't know what that was. Really slow inside line. Right here there's kind of a split. This lap I took the inside, but we'll see something interesting happen there later. This is some of the sand I was talking about earlier. There was really no smooth line through here. You just kind of had to push through it. You could kind of square these up and make it one straightaway, which was fairly fast. I don't know if taking that outside dust berm was any faster. But yeah, these woods were just cupped out by the time we raced. We're the last race on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. So we've got the worst track of the weekend, but everyone rides the same track, so can't really use that as a complaint. There was a line to the left in these woods, but it was really slow, so no point in taking it. Right here, I take an outside line around some of the rougher stuff. This wood section was fairly difficult. There's a real sharp turn here, and then a real sharp turn here. It's like they were both kind of off, not really off camber, but just weird. This section of woods was pretty fun. I felt pretty good through here. This was one of the sandiest, rutted sections. You know, it's sandy on top, but you can kind of see, once it got dug down below, it was kind of like concrete, so had some really harsh bumps. It was like hitting curbs going through the woods. This was kind of the first time that I'd ridden this year in some warm weather. It was in like the mid 80s, which isn't too hot for Texas, but still warm compared to what we've been having, or what we had been having. And there's my dad taking pictures. Right there, I was just looking to see how far behind I was from 4th place. I'm in 5th because that one guy went down in the rhythm section. Here, there's a line, little drop off over there that's probably faster, but it was sketchy when I was doing it. I tried to do it several times during practice. Oh, and right here, some pros were doubling this, and I was eyeing it up, but I just didn't feel comfortable launching it because the first time I learned about it, that people were doing it was right before my race. Well, not right before, and I didn't have any way to practice it, and I wasn't going to do it for the first time during the race, so I decided to screw it. And there's a crash. And the rev limiter. Throttle was stuck in the ground. And here I'm a little frustrated, trying to get my front brake back down, and you can tell my throttle's bent back too. So that's Nathan Wood's dad asking me if I'm okay. Appreciate that. I'm trying to get this throttle back because it is so hard to ride with the throttle twisted backwards. And that's Nathan Wood in front of me, and then Cole Fisher passing me. These are not in my class. They start behind us, but I let them go by because I knew I was going to have to try to fix this, but I don't think I ever really got it back. I just had to kind of learn how to ride with it twisted backwards. And that kid just about killed me, and himself more than anything. So I had 2 really close calls with spectators during this race, which is never fun. Well, here's the end. I ended up 5th. Had a little bit of a crash. I stalled it once. I should have put that in here. Yeah, it was a decent race. I'm not bummed. I think I can ride a lot better. And here you can just see that I'm contemplating the race, and I'm very tired. Thanks for watching, guys, and take it easy.